Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. This is episode 48 of Xcom 2, and between this episode and
proud of what we've managed to do here.
between this episode and last episode, we were sent on a mission. Again, one of those pop-up missions where we were. This time, we raided a grounded UFO. That UFO actually, that pop-up mission was a hybrid of a timed mission and that of an open mission. And so it was surprising. It started as an open mission, but then as soon as we killed one-third of the enemies, it became a timed mission. And so I didn't record that one because again, it's very similar to those pop-up missions. It has for me, it was very important. I shouldn't say very important. It has a lot of sentimental value because in the very first game of XCOM UFO Defense, it brought the very first mission. I remember that we went up against a UFO UFO that landed. I think we were able to field immediately at that time six rookies, and I think we went up against possibly two sectoids, and wow, it was a horrific mission. I think all of my rookies were injured, and I think two of them died in that mission. It was a very horrific. It was very tense, and I didn't know how the game mechanics worked at that time. And so again, similar. We have like a 2 turns per, so we can move and then shoot, and then or we can use up the whole 2 turns in terms of movement. And that was a horrific mission, and I reloaded that game many times to try to get a better result out of it. And in the end, that's why I think the result was all of these soldiers were wounded and 2 actually still died. That was how hard. Of course, it was a new game, and the whole thing was brand new. And I got the game as soon as it came out. It was in a PC form. Anyway, so the significance of the last mission that I did not record it because it was just of special sentimental value to myself. But in the overall scheme of things, it's just one of those regular pop-up missions, not rare pop-up missions. It was to recover something. That's it. Anyway, so I'm looking at our schedule of activities and when those things will mature. What is concerning to me at this point in time is that we concerning to me. Oh, hold on. Let's go to the armory. So after that mission, most of our soldiers. So we have only 2 lightly injured people. This one lightly wounded, so in less than a day she should be fine. And this one is shaken and lightly wounded. We need her to be on one of those pop-up missions so that we can get her to finish that mission without being injured, to gain back her will. Because right now her will is 0. Okay, so, but what is concerning for us at this point in time is that we are a little behind on the Avatar project. Commander, after our recent success, members of the resistance in West Asia have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Reward is intel. Oh, let's. Before we do that, so that is. Where's that? Is that's this one? Okay, this is the black market. This is our HQ, and so these are the black sites. So we are the Avatar project. Once that thing is completed, that is the alien win condition. That means we have lost. No matter what we do, we've been wiped out. And so they have progressed to 7 squares out of a total of 12. So we have only 5 squares left, like a 5 square breathing room. And to be able to access this, we still have to scan this site. And to scan this site, we have to scan this site here, like this, alien facility. So we have to scan it, and we need intel to scan that site and this other site also. So these two sites are possible sites we can actually. So, but to do this, we have to make contact here, and on the western side, where do we make contact? We have to make contact here. And so we have to do those. That is the main overall mission. So we don't want to lose that by doing the small stuff in between. And then on the guerrilla tactics, that's why this is so important. Here, what we have bought recently was a Vulture, and we bought this in the last episode. And in the last mission after that we bought this, we had an extra drop. It actually paid off immediately because we picked up 3 items instead of the regular 1 to 2 items, and one of those extra items is an Illyrium core. Illyrium core is not available to us here on Earth, and so that's why this is the guerrilla training school is the very first one we actually finished, and that's the reason is that we gain a lot of benefits out of that one. These others these are very, very desirable. The ones on top are very desirable, but we just don't have the money for it. We can spend it on these, but then we will be behind on what the things we really need. And then here, these are the 4 special class-based perks. Now going back to Armory, I'm checking. We have all our. Yes. We got another. One is in training. As soon as that finished training, the other thing we have to decide on is I picked up immediately another rookie as soon as we can, because remember at one point they increased the cost by another 50%. So we have Grenadier. So we'll build another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Rangers 1, 2, 3, 4. Sharpshooter, we got 4 sharpshooter also. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think the specialist is what we are short. We are only 3 on specialist. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next one we will train as a specialist. So that's again so that means we will have 4 of each class. What we have not, apparently there is a psionic capability in this game, and but we need to build a specific, what do you call this, a specific lab for it. Okay, so let's go to engineering, and that will tell us what we build facilities. See, this is an area where the middle part, I would love to have a workshop in place. This is what a proving ground. An experimental workspace where Shen can test and produce. This is very necessary, but we don't have the money for it right now. We do have, but we don't have. I mean, I think the workshop is more important, again, the reason is that, oh, it requires 125. Because if we staff here, it is right in the middle, right? If we staff the workshop with one engineer, the one engineer will produce 2 gremlins. And those 2 gremlins can be sent to power relay, and it will improve our capacity there. If we send it over here to the advanced warfare center when it's done, or we send it to the resistance comms, it will also improve the capacity of excuse me, excuse me, sorry, of the resistance comms. So what, in effect, we trade in the 1 engineer and we get 2 engineers back. So that means these now will have greatly increase their capacity. So resistance comms and the power relay, of course, to power the resistance comms, and the resistance comms so that we can actually develop more friendlies or resistance cells like this. When we come over here to make contact, that will occupy another resistance. Right now we have 4 out of 6, so this one will make it 5 out of 6, and then over here we'll make it 6 out of 6 when we come over here, when we need to make contact on this one. So this contact here will give us information on this one, so that we can now scan this site, and then once we have scanned that site, then we can attack that site. So here the resistance has detected activity of interest here. If the Avenger scans the area, Xcom can investigate these reports. But before we do that, so while we are doing using time, so time is so valuable in this game, I think maybe we should start making the workshop. Okay, I think build what facility? Excuse me. Although it's asking us to do the proving ground, I think once this thing is cleared up, we can put the proving ground there. But here, the most important one is resistance comms and power relay, because that is the one that will allow us to counteract the Avatar project of the aliens. While the proving ground will allow us advanced, what do you call this, advanced research, or make research on the engineering side that will give us more advanced ammunition, more advanced items that our soldiers can carry into the field. At the same time, we need to clear out these areas. So okay, so I guess in short, I would say let's build the workshop.
Workshop construction initiated.
And then as soon as we free up, as soon as this thing gets freed up, we can send the engineer over here, and then then we can that will speed up the workshop. Okay, so that is as much as we can do, I think, on the Avenger. So we're constantly pressed for time. That is the problem we have. That's how this thing is made difficult. And we are currently, where is our Sky Ranger? Oh, our Sky Ranger is over here. Oh, okay. So view soldier. We need to view soldier. So we have her now. So she is a ranger. Okay. That's good. And then we can customize her now, because as a ranger, she's going to be in the green. In the green. You know what? Can we make it brighter? Yes, brighter. So easier for my poor eyes. Okay, that's fine. So now we can go to the guerrilla school and put in the other rookie that we have. Yes, and we train her as a specialist. Okay. Okay, so we are building this. Okay. So how many? So we have a pretty good list of soldiers now. Yep, yep. We're decent. We're decent. So we still have some squaddies, uh, a few corporals, and then the other thing why we are rushing, or which again is there is a we're always what do you call this, pressed for time and pressed for resources. And the reason is like what we are building an advanced warfare center. It has actually two purposes. One is that it will improve the healing period of our injured soldiers. The other one is that each soldier has a hidden ability, and every time they level up, that hidden ability can kick in. One hidden ability per soldier. The problem with the hidden abilities is some of them are awarded at a lower level when they are from squaddy to corporal to sergeant. Uh, each soldier has a level when those things get popped or get opened or become available. And so if our soldier has graduated or has advanced beyond, let's say for this person we're training as a squaddy, if her hidden ability is revealed at the rank of sergeant, if she goes to the captain level before, by the time the advanced warfare center is finished, we've constructed it, there's no way for her to go back and reclaim that hidden ability. The hidden ability will only be revealed when the soldier hits the necessary level, and then and then beyond that it is gone. It's like use it or lose it. And so in this second try that we have at this, I did not realize I wasn't aware of the hidden abilities until I was researching the facilities and what each one produced. Then I realized we already have so many majors, and so a lot of them have exceeded the time when the hidden abilities will have been recognized. 1, 2, 3, 4 majors, 1 captain, 3 lieutenants, 1 sergeant. So all the older guys, I think, they have lost their chance to gain the hidden ability. So that's one of the critical things. But again, it's a choice of the gameplay. So if we wanted to go that route, had we wanted to go that route to get the advanced warfare, we might have been behind. We would have given up on the weapons and armor development. So again, we are always pressed for time. So that's not something we can have both of. That's how this game is constructed, and it tells us that's how it plays. Okay. Anyway, so let's research this because we don't have. Hopefully, the reward there is intel, and we need intel to help us. We need to spend intel whenever we are scanning or making contact. So
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Assign new research.
Commander, we still have the body of the recovered alien test subject in storage. I can begin an autopsy at any time. It could lead to critical breakthroughs in our own research and scientific development.
So before we can even begin to attempt decrypting the alien data stores, we must first come to understand the means by which they protect their most valuable data. It was immediately clear that the aliens do not rely solely on conventional algorithms, but instead use a complex matrix of interwoven biological signatures as part of the cipher itself. An additional layer of protection is afforded by an ongoing field of psionic interference tied directly into the Advent network itself. If we're to have any chance of defeating the multiple safeguards the aliens have in place, it's likely we'll have to design specialized equipment to isolate each layer of encryption before we attempt to press on with our investigation. New facility, oh, shadow chamber. Oh, and now, see, we're given all kinds of stuff to build, but we don't have the resources for it. This facility will allow Dr. Tegan and Chief Shen to conduct highly specialized projects to decrypt the aliens' most valuable secret. So this is for the intel part. I have no idea what this does. Commander, given our extensive battlefield experience against the Advent mech breakdown can now be completed instantly. Okay, let's accept this. Okay,
These robotic units, developed by Advent, seem to be wholly autonomous, capable of targeting and engaging selected units without reliance on external verification. Although it falls on me to work through the initial disassembly, I fully intend on involving Shen in this process, as her knowledge of robotics far outweighs my own.
okay, so what will that reveal? From our initial breakdown, I have to assume the Advent mech design was at least in part based on the alien sectopod, a similar autonomous war machine lacking in biological components. As far as I can tell, the Advent variant was supposed to be less intimidating, more suited for urban pacification or peacekeeping operations conducted in proximity to civilian crowds. That facade only works because of the carefully disguised weapon systems integrated throughout the system, to the machine. I don't think people would react so calmly if they knew about the micro-missile launching system linked to Advent's network, running facial recognition on the crowds at microsecond intervals. So new item available, Gremlin Mark II. Ooh! New proving ground projected available, a blue screen protocol. So now we can now upgrade this. The Mark II Gremlin is an improved version of the standard Gremlin drone. Not only will it greatly increase the hacking stat of our specialists, but many specialist abilities improve their effectiveness when the Gremlin becomes more advanced. Blue screen protocol. With the number of mechanized units Advent has available to throw at us, developing munitions capable of disabling them should be one of our higher priorities. Tygan suggests we look into disrupting their core operating system, and I agree, it's a good place to start. So as soon, the more we get into the game, we will be meeting more and more mechanized opponents. So it is really, really important for us to be able to counter those. Now, psionics. So now these are the things that we can, that's 10 days for psionics. Although we've seen them wielding psionic powers before, our recent encounters with the aliens have truly shown us how they are able to deftly manipulate the flow of psionic energy. Okay, how about plasma rifle? Wow, 14 days, wow. And 10 Illyrium crystals. Okay, the plasma weapon base yielded by the are considerably more powerful than anything used by Advent, although it will undoubtedly require extensive research. Okay, powered armor. Wow, all of these we want, right? We want all of these. Faceless, Advent shield bearer. Wow, Viper King, 3 days. Mutant corpse. I think we need this rather than. I want to go with this way, but alien data. Having recently discovered the alien data cache storing valuable enemy intelligence, I can dedicate my team's resources to decrypting the files and ensuring that we recover the large amount of intel.
I'll see that work begins.
Let's do that. I hope we don't regret this.
When I have a full report available.
And then let's go to.
Maybe we should start training someone else to pilot the Avenger. I'm never going to get any work done if Mr. Bradford can't keep the ship steady.
New objective added.
Build the shadow chamber facility in the Avenger. Construct the shadow chamber facility. What is that?
Having developed a greater understanding of the aliens' encryption methods, We can now construct a facility designed specifically to analyze any materials we recover related to their Avatar project. I would suggest we begin immediately, Commander.
So clear ancient machinery facility, advanced warfare center will be done, training done, alien code. Okay, I think might be a good idea to save the game at this point in time. And then we'll continue with a scan and pick up the intel. And once we have the intel, we can now start making contact. Let's continue with the intel. Oh, our timer just went off. Alien machinery cleared. View the room. Okay, what we want to do. Wow, okay. Oh, we don't have insufficient power. Let's pull back a bit. And then what we can do here is we can no. What am I doing? Bring it down.
Appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team.
So if we can staff this with an engineer.
We can have him
So how
work
many
on
days is it
construction,
taking us? This one is
or
18 days.
staffing a facility.
If we staff. Okay, if we staff that, see? That means it would down to 9 days.
The new uniform isn't bad considering, but sometimes I do miss that damn sweater.
And this is the power relay. So we have extra engineers, right? Because we can staff this one. Available. Total capacity. Avenge total power to 23 from what? Okay. What was it before? At oh, I think it was 19. I can't remember. Or 18. And then the other engineer, what we can do is start clearing the alien. Exposed power coil. What's this? Alien debris. If we want to clear this, clear alien debris is how about here? Reward 14 supplies, 17 alloys. Let's clear this one first. We still have an open position. Let's excavate. I hope we're doing the right thing because okay. Let me cut the episode right here. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will join me in the next episode. Bye.